Hello class, this is a video tutorial on trig equations. In this video, we'll be looking at equations that have decimal solutions, so non-standard fractions. So here we go. Now in this set of problems, it is absolutely paramount that when we solve these problems, especially if the domains are in radians, or simply if there's no degrees symbol shown with x, when you do the inverse trig or inverse sine, inverse cos, inverse tan, your calculator must be in radians. So I hope you can see that in this one, you should have that little R at the top of your calculator. This is for the older models. For the newer ones, I don't yet have pictures of that one, so you can ask me in class on how to do those. So here we go. So these work as per usual, but you'll see when we get to the inverse sine step for this one. So here we go. Moving the 1 across. Oops. Don't know why my pointer is not working. Let's bring this back here. Yep. Okay, so bringing the 1 across, then dividing by 4, I get sine of 2x equals 1/4. Taking the inverse of this, you get sine inverse of 1/4. Now from here, we actually don't need to do the input just yet because you can leave it in exact form as sine inverse of 1/4. So from here, we do the adjusted domain. You can see that all the things that we're going to check are 2 times x here. So it's going to be from 0, 2x, until 4 pi. Okay, now we're looking for positive 1/4. So for this, drawing this out, from 0 to 4 pi is going to be quadrant 1. That's nice and easy for sine. Quadrant 2, like that one, and their revolution equivalents. So the one in orange, we want that angle here, and I hope you can see that that's just adding 2 pi. And likewise with the green, it's the same angle, but with the revolution, so we're adding 2 pi to this one as well. So from here, we go 2x equals sine inverse of 1/4, that's quadrant 1, pi minus sine inverse of 1/4. Oops, sorry, quarter. That is quadrant 2. Then from here, I'm going to write out in the second line, this is going to be the same. So sine inverse plus 2 pi. And it's going to be this one as well. I'm going to add 2 pi to this one to get the next revolution. So I hope you can see that's going to be 3 pi minus sine inverse of 1/4. Squeeze it in here. That's kind of overlapping this spot here. I guess I'll squeeze it on this spot. There we go. Well, from here now, we're going to divide everything by 2. So x equals half sine inverse of 1/4, half times pi minus sine inverse of 1/4. So I'm just taking half of each of these because I want x on its own. So half times, oops, half of sine inverse of 1/4 plus 2 pi. And lastly, half of 3 pi minus sine inverse of 1/4. Now, these 4 answers are the exact form, But since it's asking us to round to 2 decimal places, I'm going to answer this now using our calculator. So here we go. Looking carefully, mine, I'll just keep pressing that button. If you can see it's cycling through, it must be in radians. So doing quadrant 1 first. So 0.5 sine inverse of a quarter. We get to 2 decimal places. That's what it's asking. Yep, 2 decimal places. I get 0.13. I'm doing the next one. So 1/2 of pi minus that one there. Closing that bracket, I get 1.444, 1.44. The next one is going to be that one there. So 1/2 times sine of a quarter plus 2 pi, 3.27. And lastly, 1/2 times 3 pi minus sine inverse of a quarter. You get 4.59. And those are our 4 answers that are decimal solutions. And there we have it. Okay, so that's essentially the idea. And I hope you can see it's the exact same thing, except the step that requires taking the inverse gives us a non-standard decimal. That's essentially it. So yeah, let's keep going from here. Okay, so from this one, again, moving the 3, dividing by 5, we get cos of x on 2 equals 3/5. The domain that I'm checking in now is going to halve these two. So the domain that we're checking is going to be from negative pi on 2, x on 2, until positive pi on 2. And since this is, well, in this case, positive cos, so we get x on 2 equals cos inverse of 3/5. This is now, we're looking for these in quadrants 1 and quadrant 4. So our angles that we're looking for are this one and this one in green. The equivalent, this one in quadrant 4, but remember that is beyond the domain because it's from negative pi on 2 to pi on 2. So we actually need to go backwards in this case. So in this case, we're looking for, well, in this case, positive cos 3 on 2. And the next easy one is just simply going backwards of this. So negative cos inverse 3/5. And from here, we can get our exact solution. X equals 2 cos inverse 3/5 and comma negative 2 cos inverse of 3/5. Taking our decimal solutions of this one, 2 cos inverse of 3/5, we get 1.885, and the negative of this is obviously, well, negative 1.85. And these are the 2 solutions. So I hope that's giving you an insight into decimal solutions, and hopefully you're building your understanding of trig equations, in particular those with non-standard fractions. Hope to see you in the next video, and best of luck.